Namaskar. This is Ujwala. Welcome back to another new vlog of today. Today is 18 April, day 2 in London. आता वाजलेले आहेत सकाळचे 6:10. आता आम्ही छान फ्रेश होऊ, मस्त छान छान कपडे घालू, ब्रेकफास्ट करू आणि आज आम्ही जाणार आहोत सिटी टूरला. तर आज मी दाखवणार आम्ही लंडनमध्ये काय काय फिरणार आहोत. Have a good day. Bye-bye. We'll check what's there in the breakfast. We have fruits over here. We have cheese, then veg and non-veg.
Bakery item. Egg.
हे तर आपण काही खात नाही. कोक आहे आणि हे आहे बघू. हे आहे ब्रेड्स. हे आहे तुमचं क्रोझॉन आहे, मफिन्स आहे आणि इथे आहे फ्रेश फ्रूट्स अँड ज्युसेस. विल हॅव द ब्रेकफास्ट नाव. मग भेटू आम्ही तुम्हाला. बाय. रेडी झाले.
Good morning.
ब्रेकफास्ट लाईक अ किंग. सी वॉट ऑप्शन्स वी हॅव. आम्ही आता निघालो आहे. ही आमची आजची कोच आहे फॉर लंडन सिटी टूर. तर आज आम्ही बघू, सांगू तुम्हाला काय काय कव्हर करणार आहोत. आणि हे बघा, हे समोर जे आहे ते एअरपोर्ट आहे समोरच, आणि एअरपोर्टच्या जवळच आमचं हॉटेल आहे हिल्टन. आणि इतकी थंडी आहे, बोलताना हे होत आहे खूप. तरीही अंगात किडे इतके की थंडी असं नाही. कपडे आपले शो ऑफ करायचे आहेत म्हणून जॅकेट नाही घातलंय की टोपी नाही घातली आहे की काही नाही.
मैं आप लोगों के साथ एज अ टूर मैनेजर इस यूरोपियन ज्वेल टूर पे रहने वाला हूँ. सो इंडिया से लगभग 7,500 किलोमीटर्स हम लोग यहाँ पे ट्रैवल करके लंदन में हीथ्रो एयरपोर्ट पे हम लोगों ने कल लैंडिंग किया. नियरली अबाउट 10 आवर्स 20 मिनट्स 10 आवर 30 मिनट्स का ये जर्नी था. हाँ, सो वी हैव इन यूनाइटेड किंगडम ऑफ ग्रेट ब्रिटेन. सो यूरोपा नामक एक सुंदर राजकन्या थी. उसी के कारण इस कॉन्टिनेंट का नाम यूरोप पड़ा है. यूरोप या यूरोपा आप कह सकते हैं. ग्रीक कथे के अनुसार यूरोपा ये नाम दिया गया. यूरोप, कुछ लोग मूवीज देख के यूरोप देखने के लिए आते हैं, कुछ लोग मैगजीन्स पढ़ के यूरोप देखने के लिए आते हैं, कुछ लोगों ने हिस्ट्री में यूरोप पढ़ा है ये देखने के लिए आते हैं. यूरोप देखने का हर एक का एक ख्वाब अलग होता है. हम लोग यश राज के मूवीज देख के इंस्पायर होके यूरोप देखने के लिए आ गए. यूरोप, अगर आप देखेंगे, ये जो इंग्लैंड है जहाँ पे अभी हम लोगों ने लैंड किया, साहेब लोगों का देश जिसे हम लोग कहते थे. सो लेट्स जस्ट सी. मैं रोज आपको सारे प्रोग्राम्स और इसमें बताऊंगा. एज आई हैव सेड कि
हे आहे लंडनचं म्युझियम. इतकं सुंदर आहे. आता आम्ही आत पण जाणार आहोत, पण आज फोटोग्राफी व्हिडिओ इज नॉट अलाउड. फक्त थोडंसं बाहेर निघालं.
And they close just after 5. The next big museum here, if you look on your left-hand side, that is the Victoria and the Albert Museum. It's for fine art. The right-hand side, left-hand side. These were all family homes. Due to the high cost of living, they are all converted into apartments, hotels, shops, offices around London. And the biggest department store that we have in Saturday from 10 to 8. And Sundays they open a bit later. They open between 11-12 and close between 5 and 6. So this is our biggest, largest department store, Harrods in Knightsbridge. So you can see as we drive along, you can see how we have all the shops underneath. Generally, you could have your lounge and dining room and library, entertainment rooms. And then every building has a basement. And in the basement, you would have your kitchen. So we're actually we're in southwest London. Our tour today is going to take us into the center of London, of the park. Being Saturday, Sunday, great time to come because hopefully less traffic. Yeah, they're horse riding here. You'll see guards riding. You'll see people going out. You can rent a horse. Can you see in the distance there? Yeah. You can do all sorts of. They have big sort of events in the park. Now, looking to the right, if you look, you'll see a store. On the left, you've got the formal gate into Hyde Park. And you'll see lots of people jogging, led by runners, led by people. Look on the right, you'll see them. So we have lots of different runs in the spring and in the summer. Okay, and then sometimes you'll see all the guards also training. All the guards that are part of the armed home of the Duke of Wellington. Yeah. So you find this all the time in London, lots and lots of charity runs and people being led. So the Duke of Wellington, and then over there on the right, you've got the statue. So everyone, we're driving towards the center of London. Okay, so the next street we're driving down is called Piccadilly. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of Piccadilly. So a dilly was a collar. Think about a lady's collar, a gentleman's collar on your shirt. Green Park. So this is one of the main thoroughfares into London. If you look on the right, you'll see Saturdays, Sundays. People will put up different paintings. Okay, so only Saturdays, Sundays, and special holidays they're allowed to put up these paintings on the railings of Green Park. And then as we make our way, so Piccadilly is the name of the street. If you like to look at cars, a little bit for everyone. If you like cars, there's a lovely Porsche showroom and circus. That's why a circus tent is circular. All right, it comes from the Latin, from the Romans who first conquered Britain. So the centers where we have our theaters and restaurants and nightlife. Another one on the right is called the Piccadilly Arcade. Thank you. Then this was one family house on the left, but the big shop on the corner here with the green shop front, it used to be they used to and still do import tea and coffee. So first from China and India. So this is named after the two people called Fortnum and Mason. Then the little bookshop, look on the right, called Hatchard's. It's the oldest bookshop we have in the center of London, going back to 1759. Okay, yeah. So basically all this. So if you look towards the middle of the coach, straight Eros. Eros is the god of love, for love of mankind, basically. And this is where we have all of our theaters and restaurants and nightclubs to make sure that it's in the film. And this is Piccadilly Circus, so right hand side and then left hand side. So in the Indian movies, when you see it, okay, you'll see mainly all of the big advertisements up here. Okay, so in just a minute we're turning right and you'll be able to see some beautiful decoration. And then there we are, you can see Samsung and the Coca-Cola adverts. So all of this you see on television. Then down here on the left are theatres and Chinatown. So this is the quietest you're going to see this area. Yeah, give it a couple of hours, and if you look on the right, you will see some statues of horses, right? So this road is where they used to sell hay and straw for horses in this road. So this road is called Haymarket. Haymarket. And today The Battle of Trafalgar against the French. So all of this is dedicated to people who died in the sea battle, including Admiral Lord Nelson. So if you look up there, you'll see the square is closed at the moment because I explained to you. But if you just walk down there past the barrier, a little bit to the right, you'll be able to take a nice picture. The other buildings behind you, we have the beautiful we've got the National Art Gallery. It's the National Gallery of Art. Beautiful art by Monet, Manet, Rubens, Rembrandt, Canaletto, Gaudi, and all the museums will open at about 10 o'clock. Then on the other side, you can see South Africa House. You can see the flag. So we'll try and show you India House a bit later. So all countries linked to Great Britain by the Commonwealth, they have a house, not an embassy. So South the infrastructure was wood. So because they didn't have electricity, etc., a lot of these palaces used to burn down very, very quickly. And so a lot of Whitehall Palace was destroyed by fire. Yes, the road leading down here is closed. Yeah, they're closing it down as we speak. Everything else was built later, and the walls were also built. Now we're going into the Tower of London. You're each going to get your ticket. So everyone must have their own ticket in their hand, right? And then you just have to follow me. When we go to the entrance of the tower, all the stones are actually all cobblestone. I told you about. Okay, so you can look very, very, very carefully. Then there's a ramp, like a moving ramp. You just stand on it. You go to the first one, you stand on it, and you have to look up a little bit. When you look up in the cabinets, you'll see the orb and the scepter. The scepter is like, it looks like a wand, and it's got one of the largest diamonds that I told you about, over 500 carat in there. Okay, and then you'll see all the other crowns. Everything has a label, everything has a date. If you don't, towards the end, that is where you will be able to see the Kohinoor diamond in the Queen Mother's crown. If you don't see it, there's some steps when you exit the ramp. Come up on the steps and go around again. So make sure you see everything. You will see the beautiful baptism bowls that I use for the new babies. Okay, you will see the ring that the king would then marry his country. You would see.
Wait, wait! What? No, silly. I can't leave it alone.
Anthony, we're here. Should we keep walking?
I don't want to say eye contact. I'll three, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
What was that?
I didn't know when after 3 to do it. You weren't clear.
Right, stand back.
Oh, it's